In the heart of the African savanna, nestled between golden hills and whispering grasses, there was a village called Umudu. It was a peaceful place, guided by tradition and stories passed from one generation to the next. But not all stories stayed quiet forever. In this village lived a young woman named Nnenna, beautiful, sharp-witted, and full of fire. She was the daughter of the village weaver, known for her colorful cloths and quiet spirit. But Nnenna was different. She wanted more than thread and dye. She dreamed of change, of passion, of a life not bound by quiet obedience. Then came the day the village buzzed with excitement. Prince Obinna had returned. The heir to the throne, raised partly in the city, was back to choose a bride. The maidens of Umudu dressed their finest, rehearsed their dances, and whispered prayers under their breath. But Nnenna, she simply watched. She knew she was not on the list of chosen women, but her heart didn't care. During the festival, something unexpected happened. As the drums thundered and the dancers spun, Prince Obinna's eyes met Nnenna's across the crowd. For a moment, everything stopped. He smiled. So did she. It was a spark, dangerous and undeniable. That night, sleep refused to come. Nnenna's mind raced. What if she could speak to him just once? What if she could hear his voice, share her thoughts, ask why he had smiled at her that way? And so, under a silver moon with nothing but a shawl over her shoulders, Nnenna crept silently out of her family hut. Every step was a heartbeat. The village lay in shadows and the prince's hut glowed softly in the distance. She reached the door, heart pounding, hand trembling. But just then a voice pierced the silence. "Who goes there?" The prince's guards sprang to life, torches flaring. Nnenna froze, caught like a deer in the lantern light. Within minutes, the whispers had begun. By morning, the entire village had gathered in the square. Children pointed, women whispered, and the elders stood tall and stern. What was she doing? Trying to seduce the prince. Shame on her! But before judgment could fall, the prince himself emerged. With calm authority, he silenced the crowd. "She came to speak," he said, "and I wanted to speak with her too." Gasps echoed. The crowd stiffened. "She is bold," he continued, "and perhaps foolish. But maybe that's what this village needs." The elders murmured. Then one raised a hand. "Let her prove her worth. If she succeeds, let her be considered." 3 trials were declared. First, to weave a cloth so fine it could pass through a ring. Second, to carry a full pot of water across the village without spilling a drop. And third, to solve the riddle of the ancestors. Nnenna bent her head and got to work. The loom sang beneath her hands. The pot swayed on her head, steady as her breath. And when the riddle came, she paused, thought, then answered, not from memory, but from truth. By the 3rd task, the crowd no longer whispered. They watched, they nodded, and when she passed the final test, they clapped. "She is not just beauty," an elder said. "She is strength." Weeks passed. Nnenna and the prince were seen walking side by side, not as lovers but as equals, speaking of dreams and of change. The villagers still whispered, of course, but now the whispers carried admiration. And so the girl who had once been caught sneaking into the prince's hut at midnight became the woman who taught the village that courage sometimes comes softly, in bare feet and moonlight.